The green flag will be waved, not this time, but the next time by. Brenham Crouch on the front row next to Anthony Macri. Row 2 will be Danny Dietrich and Ashton Torgerson. Row 3, Justin Whittall and Trey Starks. Row 4 is Rico Abreu and Danny Sams. 5th row, Brad Sweet and Ryan Smith. Row number 6 is Lynch and Brent Marsh. 7th row, Justin Peck and Brock Zearfoss. Row 8, Matt Campbell and Brady Bacon. Row number 9, Ryan Timms and Parker Price Miller. Row 10 is Aaron Reutzel and Troy Wagaman. 11th row is Lucas Wolfe and Giovanni Scelzi. Row 12, Chase Dietz and Chase Randall. And in row number 13, Tanner Thorson, Logan Wagner, with Dason Pursley and Mike Walter rounding out the field here. And we come to the green this time by for 25 laps and $10,000 to win. Port Royal Speedway, we got them racked, we got them stacked, and we've got the grandstands packed. Let's go racing up at turn number 4. We are green.
And night number 1 of the Tuscarora 50 weekend here at the Port Royal Speedway gets underway. Great side-by-side start. Anthony Macri, he will jump out to the early lead. Brenham Crouch running second, looking to go down low on Macri as we come off of turn number 4. Wow, they got really close as Macri will lead lap number 1.
That almost ended in disaster as Macri will lead the opening lap. Brenham Crouch sitting in that second spot. He is trailed by the 1A of Ashton Torgerson. Good race going on for 4th, as well as Justin Whittall takes it away from Danny Dietrich. Whittall's up to 4th.
Here comes Ashton Torgerson rolling right through the middle as Danny Dietrich puts that right rear right up against that cushion. Whittall right in front of him. Side by side once again between Torgerson. He will take that runner-up spot away from Brenham Crouch off of turn number 2.
Keeping an eye on that driver that is the Durst Dice Roller tonight. The 69K of Ryan Smith came across the line in the 9th position. He'll look to the inside of Danny Sams for the 8th spot as they roll off of turn number 4. You're looking at Brenham Crouch as they roll into turn 1. He's maybe 10, maybe 15 car lengths behind Macri, who is dominating early in this one.
Trey Starks also looking to advance his spot to move underneath Danny Dietrich. That is a battle for the 5th spot. Looking good right now in the 14. Now here comes the 24 of Rico Abreu as well.
Rico Abreu slowly starting to pick his way through the field underneath of Trey Starks into turn 1. Starks will run the middle. Rico tries to get grip off the bottom. It's not going to work for him. Starks still has the 6th spot. They both are right behind the 48 of Danny Dietrich for a top 5 position.
5 laps are in, 20 to go here in night number 1 of the Tuscarora 50 weekend. Anthony Macri has a 2.2 second lead in the 39M. However, he sees the tail end of the field.
19 laps to go this time by. Macri now encountering the tail end of the field. Tanner Thorson, Dason Pursley, and Chase Dietz lie ahead. Is this an opportunity for Brenham Crouch to close in? As I say that, Crouch just white-walled the wall in turn number 2 and loses more ground.
Justin Whittall also starting to gain some ground on the 1A of Ashton Torgerson. That is a battle for shaping up for P3. Remember, earlier in the night, Whittall stole a heat race win away from Brad Sweet. He's looking good right now in the 67.
Macri's gotten by the first lap car of Tanner Thorson, now working on Dason Pursley. You see him on your screen working the cushion to perfection off of turn number 4. He's got 2 cars between himself and the second place machine of Brenham Crouch.
However, the slow cars are side by side right in front of Macri, slowing up his speed as now Crouch is able to close into a 1.7 second lead.
Caution.
But the pace will slow. Caution flag is out as it looks like Brock Zearfoss comes to a stop in turn 4.
The Low Bar Associates number 8 comes to a stop in turn number 4. And my fellow waiter from today at the church stand has a problem. And we will wait to see if he goes down into the work area to the attention of his crew as you see the tire laying on the track there.
And man, that just makes me want some frozen farmer sorbet, but we couldn't find any out here, Chase. They're almost done with Brock Zearfoss as the car is lowered off the jack. They put the last couple rounds to tighten that right rear. He is down and about to be away.
Saw that the right side Nerf bar was also missing off that number 8.
Oh,
so
correct. Yes, it is.
So maybe an exploded right rear there.
Oh, absolutely. With as much as, with as deep as the cuts were into the sidewall and how much was missing, that's absolutely got to be what happened, as everything's completely missing off the right side as far as the protection to the headers and that whole right side panel of the car. But finally, Zearfoss is able to roll away, and he will tag the tail here before we go back racing.
Yep, the field has already crossed the Frozen Farmer pick pint. Anthony Macri choosing the bottom for this upcoming restart. And so Brenham Crouch is going to do the opposite of him. He'll line up to the outside of Macri as they come back to the green flag. With 8 laps to go, it's Macri with the lead, Crouch sitting in second, Ashton Torgerson in third, Justin Whittall in fourth, and Danny Dietrich in fifth. Trey Starks sixth, seventh is Rico Abreu, eighth is Ryan Smith, ninth is Danny Sams, and 10th is Brad Sweet for the restart. So Ryan Smith, Durst Ice Roller, +2. So our buddy down in the grandstands is still alive.
Still alive.
Still alive.
Plenty of laps to go to. 17 as the caution lights extinguish around the Speed Palace. We will come to green when the field approaches the area in turn number 4. See what lane Anthony Macri will take on this restart. As the pace quickens, green flag is back out 3 wide right behind the concrete kennel. Look at the 67 of Whittall. Whittall looked to the inside momentarily. Brenham Crouch. Now Brenham Crouch looking to the inside of Anthony Macri.
3 wide back in the field for the 5th position. Danny Dietrich, Trey Starks, and Ryan Smith were going at it as Whittall has made his way by Torgerson, and now looking at number 5 of Brenham Crouch off at turn number 4. It seems like Whittall always performs on these big weekends at Port Royal Speedway. He's looking for second into turn 1. Here's a slider for that spot.
Whittall drives underneath Brenham Crouch, and he has moved up into second. Can he track down Anthony Macri? This time by 15 laps to go.
15 to go for your race leader, Anthony Macri, looking for his first High-Limit Racing win of the season in 2025. Brenham Crouch pulls up to the left rear of Justin Whittall for that second spot. Whittall has him cleared down the backstretch as Torgerson looks to be falling into the clutches of Danny Dietrich.
Brenham Crouch peeks to the inside, close racing for the runner-up spot as Justin Whittall able to hold him off. Right now, Ashton Torgerson still running it fourth. Danny Dietrich rounds out the top 5 side by side behind him. Between Rico Abreu and the 14 of Trey Starks.
Lynch up on the move. He's cracked into the top 10. Lynch now up to 9th. He's made his way by Brad Sweet, so a solid run in this race so far. That Race for Dean Foundation Rookie of the Year contender. Brenham Crouch closing back in on Justin Whittall. We saw them get very close off a turn 4 2 laps ago, and Crouch has reeled it back in.
And when they did get close, they really scrubbed some speed, both of them, to where Anthony Macri has built up almost a 2.5 second lead in that 39M. He can start to see the tail end of this field. Probably about another 2 to 3 laps. He will officially be in lap traffic if we stay green. But still, Brenham Crouch hounding Whittall for the runner-up spot.
Brenham Crouch looking for his first career podium finish tonight in national touring competition. He's in that spot for now, but it looks like he has a car to contend for second with Justin Whittall. Whittall hits the cushion in turn number 2. He'll uncork the car off that corner. Brenham Crouch losing ground down the back straightaway as Macri now encounters the back of the field.
And Danny Dietrich has closed in on the 1A of Ashton Torgerson for the 4th spot as they both work the top side here off of turn number 4. Rico Abreu still running 6th. Trey Starks in 7th. Ryan Smith in 8th.
Man, Brenham Crouch able to put that car anywhere on the track. He was just creeping around the bottom 1 and 2 and gain more ground on Justin Whittall. Those two run the cushion down in turns 3 and 4 back behind. There's a move from Danny Dietrich right across the nose of Torgerson for the top 5 position. Dietrich's got it across the line.
Throwing haymakers for 4th between Dietrich and Torgerson. And still Anthony Macri, with him being in the lap traffic, has a 2.7 second lead over the field. If he can hang on for another 8 laps, Anthony Macri will get his 4th winner of the 2025 season here at the Port Royal Speedway.
Macri still with the lead, but the race for second is the one we're watching between Brenham Crouch and Justin Whittall, the 2 gold cars. As here comes Crouch, big slider to turns 3 and 4, up across the nose, takes it away. Justin Whittall back to the inside down the front straightaway.
Whittall knew exactly what he's doing when he pulled down the hill there to drive back underneath Brenham Crouch. Danny Dietrich starting to close in on this duo as well. 6 laps to go this time by as Macri absolutely slaying the dragon in the 39M.
How many times have we seen this here at Port Royal Speedway? Anthony Macri taking him to school here tonight. Another lap car picked off. That was Brock Zearfoss as Crouch and Whittall got together off a turn 2 right there. Brenham Crouch and Justin Whittall just banging wheels off the second corner.
Again, Dietrich right there as well. Here comes a run by Crouch. He peeks to the inside. Nothing there as Whittall slid back up in front of him. Whittall now rolls through the middle. Here comes Crouch down low. Nothing there off of turn number 2.
Brenham Crouch has been fun to watch all night long here with Kubota High-Limit Racing at the Port Royal Speedway. But here comes Danny Dietrich. Dietrich going to throw his hat in the mix for that 3rd position. Dietrich looks low, slides to the cushion, but he is certainly closing the gap on the CJB Motorsports number 5.
And now the 69K of Ryan Smith looking to go 2 2 for 1 in the turns number 1 and 2 as Rico Abreu looks underneath Ashton Torgerson. That is a 3-car battle for the top 5.
Yep, Torgerson's currently sitting in the 5th position, but Ryan Smith has methodically worked his way up from 10th into the 7th spot, and on the back bumper of Rico Abreu. Those 2 drivers roll down the front straightaway. Meanwhile, Anthony Macri, his lead now back over 3 seconds as Crouch has not quite gone away from Whittall's back bumper. He's been pestering him the entire race, Earl. Whittle runs the bottom in turn 4. Crouch up on the cushion, closing back in down the front stretch.
2 laps to go. Don't need to worry about the leader, Anthony Macri, as he has a 3.6-second lead. But look at Justin Whittall. Look at Brenham Crouch. Look at Danny Dietrich just getting closer and closer to each other for a great finish for the runner-up spot.
White flag is set to come out this time by for the Concrete King. One more time around Port Royal Speedway as Crouch takes the 2nd spot back away. Justin Whittall the inside. He'll take it away into turn 1. Danny Dietrich sitting in 4th. Whittall off the bottom. Crouch trying to get to the cushion on the edge of the turn number 2, but it looks like Whittall might be home free.
Off of 4, checkered flag is out, and Anthony Macri will get his 4th Port Royal victory of the 2025 season. 2nd will go to Justin Whittall, and Brenham Crouch takes home 3rd.
What a standout performance here tonight for the 19-year-old driver out of Lubbock, Texas. Brenham Crouch was maybe the show in that one, but the winner, the 39M, Anthony Macri, gets his first High Limit Racing score of the 2025 season, and he will kick off the Tuscarora 50 weekend in the right way. Justin Whittall 2nd, Brenham Crouch 3rd, Danny Dietrich 4th, and Rico Abreu ends up in the top 5. Ryan Smith 6th, Ashton Torgerson 7th, Trey Starks 8th, Lynch 9th, and Brad Sweet completes the top 10. Aaron Reutzel, nice recovery up to 11th. Parker Price Miller 12th. Justin Peck 13th. Troy Wagaman 14th. And Brett Marks 15th. Then we got Logan Wagner, Chase Dietz, Lucas Wolfe, Gio Scelzi, and Matt Campbell. With Ryan Timms, Danny Sams, Brady Bacon, Chase Randall, Brock Zearfoss, Jason Pursley, and Tanner Thorson, the remaining cars on the track when the checkered flag flew. The Sunoco Race Fuels checkered flag makes some noise, Port Royal, for your winner tonight. It's Anthony Macri.
Is it harder? Does it mean something more when it's on a weekend like this?
I mean, I don't know. Obviously, it means a little bit more with the competition that's here, but I mean, I don't know. You still got to do your job no matter what weekend it is and no matter who's here. So I knew, getting out in clean air was kind of going to be crucial, and if he had the upper hand and he got out in front, I knew it was just gonna, have to bide my time and wait till lap traffic to kind of duke it out there. But I was able to get in front of him there on the first lap, and I knew from there I just kind of took a deep breath and knew that I was in control of the race at that point in time, and just kind of didn't push it and just started to get a little tight there in dirty air, and had to play with my wing, and Joe trusted me to have a shock adjuster tonight, so didn't totally dial myself out with that thing. But I mean, I don't know. Lappers kind of gave me an issue there at one point, and we just couldn't get off the corner that well, no matter where I was, and just top in 1 and 2 got really dirty there at the end. So kind of found the bottom in 1 and 2, and was able to kind of make that work. And I was counting down the laps.
I hear you. Hey, you bring up something I kind of wanted to go in the same direction of when you talk about crew chief Joe Mooney and you talking about putting on a shock adjuster. You can run one single adjustment knob to a shock on any one of the 4 corners here with High Limit Racing in 2025. I got to have lunch at the church stand with Nate Reppitz on your crew, and he joked that you could be the car chief on this race car with your knowledge of everything that goes into 410 wing sprint car racing. What's the communication like? You talked about Joe trusting you to put a shock adjuster on. What are the discussions like in the pit area during these nights?
Yeah, it depends on the night and how we're doing. But
what were they like tonight?
I mean, it was pretty calm. We just kind of, communicated. I mean, obviously on tonight's like this and big weekends, it's easy to, let our tempers collide. But we just talked it out all night long, and we knew we weren't far off. We just needed a couple tweaks here and there, and ultimately I think we got it pretty close for the feature there, and we just got to keep it going for the rest of the weekend.
All right, before we let you go, because I want to ask about that, we're going to bring in the Chasm Safety Products Win Box here for you. You get a Win sticker in there to put on the tail tank, a golden ticket to go towards redeeming a Chasm Safety Products seat system at the end of the year. But you just said it. Got to keep this thing pointed in the right direction for the rest of the weekend. Can you do that, and can you guys win on Saturday night?
Yes and yes. I know I got a good team behind me, and I know they'll keep working on this thing to give me a good car all weekend long. And we're obviously off to a good start, but racing has a way of humbling you. So we can get knocked to our knees tomorrow. It's just ultimately Saturday's the ultimate prize. So I know come Saturday we'll have this thing ready to go, and at that point in time it's up to the monkey with the steering wheel.
You done good, son. They're going to bring the trophy in there for you. How about at Port Royal? Your winner is Anthony Macri.
Let's go back downstairs to second place finisher Justin Whittall.
Started 5th, but finishes 2nd after a spirited battle with Brenham Crouch, who's just coming off his first year of National 410 touring action. What was racing Brenham like, and what did you feel that you had that maybe you didn't expect to have and able to go from 5th to 2nd tonight?
Honestly, I don't know. It was great racing. I was trying to keep it clean with him. I kind of got into him and down in 2 when I got tight up on the wall, and I drove down the hill, and I didn't expect him to be there and kind of made contact, but that's all my fault. But he was great, good racing, clean, and couldn't think anything, words. It's just good racing.
Yeah, it was good racing. You started off the day by selling some food at the church stand. This is a really fun week for you and the rest of the competitors out here. Do you get to sit back and enjoy the weekend a little bit more here at the Tuscarora?
This week, no, with the points being on the line, but this is one of my favorite races, along with the Weikert and Labor Day. But I try to take in as much as I can by selling turkey dinners, ham dinners, and some soup at the church stand. So I try to take it all in, but racing, I got to focus on racing.
Hey, you're doing a good job. You finished 2nd after starting 5th. Keep trying to take it all in. I'm going to keep taking it all in at the church stand. I'm going to go back and have a few more of those. Good job tonight.
Me and you both. Thank you.
All right, that's Justin Whittall. He's going to be my church stand lunch dinner buddy a little bit later on. They're probably closed now, but they'll be back open, I think, around 1 o'clock tomorrow afternoon. Brenham Crouch. You stun the world. You have a great run back at Skagit, and people go, all right, let's see what he can do. Well, you showed him what you could do. You have a top 5 back in Skagit. You just crisscross the entire country, and then you come out here, run 3rd, but have a great race for the 2nd position with a guy who knows the Port Royal Speedway. What did you do right tonight? Because it seemed like you did a lot in your favor.
I really just think that we set ourselves up in good positions all night. I really can't thank my guys. They've been trying to get me comfortable the last month. We've kind of really struggled with that. And like Skagit, we felt like we were on to something. And so that brought us, a little bit of confidence coming over here. And that we had a conversation, like, let's just build off of that and try to see what we can do by the end of the year. And no, we made all the right decisions, and everything kind of fell our way. And a heck of a race with Justin. I mean, I don't think I've had that much fun in a sprint car in quite a while. So no, I just can't thank everybody behind me, everybody on this race car. Horizon Whiskey, shoptruckparts.com. You got Chad and my dad, and Hot Farms, everybody that I might miss, or I haven't done many of these before, so I got to get a bit better at it. But no, everybody that stuck behind me and giving me a chance this year, I'm glad that we're starting to kind of turn a new page and show that hard work's paying off.
Career best finish for you, 3rd with Kubota High Limit Racing. Great job tonight, Brenham.
Thanks, Tony.
That is Brenham Crouch. He is going to take a 3rd place result over there to Whiskey Myers Victory Lane. The Horizon Whiskey Knoxville Nationals wrap did well for Brenham here tonight. Racing done for the 410 Wing Sprint Cars, but we'll go back up top for a little bit more live action here tonight.